stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Alright, so let's start off with our supplies. Obviously, we're gonna need scrap wrapping paper, scrapbooking paper. I would suggest a thinner weight of scrapbooking paper because this one here, this is your cardstock scrapbooking paper and it's really stiff. So it doesn't curl as well, it wrinkles more, but it still looks nice, but it's just a lot stiffer. This one is wrapping paper, and this one is actually butcher paper, colored butcher paper, which, you know, for a yard, I actually bought this for 75 cents. Anyways, I am actually going to use a scrap from my very first video, which I still have the gift right here. And I'm going to just do a fairly small bow. We'll do scissors, a ruler if you want to use a ruler. I love using a ruler. My dad's an architect. I love this ruler. It's so complicated to read, but that's fine. And tape, and if you're using a ruler, then pencil. I was having trouble using a glue stick because it wasn't adhering as fast. So if you have a quicker drying adhesive or liquid, go ahead and use that. There's no rules to how you can do a paper bow. You can do whatever you want. You don't even need to do the same size as I do. It is perfectly fine. You don't even need to do what I'm doing right now. I like straight lines. Your lines don't even need to be straight. So I'm just gonna do 4 1-inch thick petals, and then I'll do 5-inch thick petals. I was playing with different sizes, and I like the 7-inch for the longer size and then a 5-inch for the smaller size. I actually make the 5-inch strips thinner too, and I make them 1/2 inch, so it works out. You can play with whatever you want. It is perfectly fine. My paper is obviously crooked, but I'm going to straighten that out after I cut my strips. I was going to fast forward this part where I'm cutting the strips, but I totally forgot that I can actually use this time to tell a gift wrap story. And the gift wrap story that I'm gonna tell, which is more of an appreciation from a customer that really shocked me a few years ago. It was during the holidays. My gift wrap station / kiosk was in the hallway of a mall, and it's just in the middle of the day. I'm feeling good. I'm having a good day, and this older lady looked all frantic and really stressed out. And so, you know, I asked her what's up, hey, how's it going? And she looked at me, she's like, oh my goodness, you know, is it possible that you can get this gift wrapped? And she just had a small gift. I was like, yeah, I could do it right now. Let's chit chat while I whip it up. Something bad had happened. I don't remember. I don't know if a family member had passed away, and she was in probably her 60s or 70s. I would actually say maybe in her 70s. Well, I know she was pressed for time going somewhere. We chatted just for a little bit because I could just whip her gift up in like 3 minutes. She even asked like, oh my goodness, you know, where do I pay? I was like, consider it my good deed of the day. And she thanked me a million times and then went on her merry way. The next day, my gift wrap assistants told me that I had a package in the back office of my work. And so I went there, and it was a Tiffany blue box, and I'm like, what in the world? She left a note saying, you know, thank you for helping me with a tough situation. I know I took a photo of the note, but and hopefully I can find it. If I find it, I'll have it, you know, somewhere on the screen. I'm just measuring my 7 inches here. So yeah, her thank you gift to me was a Tiffany necklace, which was just crazy. Yeah, she dropped it off. At first I didn't know who it was that had dropped it off until my gift wrap assistants had described her. Then I was like, I cannot believe this, and I never saw her again, and I still have the necklace in my jewelry box. And if anyone is curious, because I'm pretty sure my friends are gonna be like, what piece of jewelry does she give you? It was the Tiffany circle pendant necklace. and it's that really simple, beautiful, classic necklace. End of gift wrap story. Now for these strips, I'm actually just going to fold them in half, and then I'm going to cut them into the 5-inch strips. Now note that foil paper, although it is beautiful, is sometimes tricky when folding because the foil print is actually pressed in, so the paper could easily tear where the design is printed on the paper. For the most part, this particular paper has not really torn on me, but some of my other foil papers have, which is perfectly fine. Any whoosies. So let me just cut this real quick. Your strips don't need to be perfect. Your strips don't need to be straight. I just like my lines straight all the time, every time. This is probably the most careless I'm going on cutting a straight line right now. Then, oh, by the way, it's like super early in the morning, so the roosters are crowing and the birds are chirping right outside my bathroom window. They've been silent since I started rolling, but they were super loud. And I know I usually put background audio on my videos, but if it's exceptionally loud, maybe I will just not put the audio so y'all can enjoy the background sounds of all the roosters and birds and everyone greeting each other this early in the morning. All right, so moving along, what I do is I like to fold down the center of my strips, because when I use double stick tape as my adhesive. I just put a little strip in between the line, and then I have a little guide as to where to meet the papers. I'll do that for the rest of these real quick. Alright, and then for the little strips, I will do the same. Fold it in half and tape them in the middle. Okie dokie. Now we assemble. More double stick tape or glue sticks or hot glue, whichever you want. Just do a cross, and then I'll do diagonal here, diagonal here, and then, I mean, there's no pattern. You don't need to follow a pattern. I did different patterns on the other paper bows that I did just to play around with them. Do I use paper bows? The answer is negative, friends. I do not. I know how to do a lot of things that I don't usually do, and that is fine. And then I realized that I should have been doing it with kids' gifts. I mean, I know I don't have to bow kids' gifts, but I mean, I'm a gift wrapper, so it just makes sense. Let me get this centered. Do the last one here. Voila, voila, voila. And then I have this habit where I just keep curling it, even though it's just gonna keep getting flat. One last part is just doing the center. So I just like to cut a tiny, tiny strip here and tape it up and then slap it down the middle. Like so. And there we have it. There is our paper bow. It's fun, and you know, the other cool thing about it is you can do these little parts on this other side here so they can be 3D, and then you can even use them as Christmas ornaments and just hang them on the tree. That would be cute. It'd be a fun kids activity and hopefully some parent quiet time while they cut and make their own ornaments. That's kind of my thought process as to why I wanted to do this video, to see whether anyone would, you know, like get their kids interested, because you can use construction paper, you can use even Xerox paper, just regular colored paper, it doesn't matter. just whatever's lying around. Craft wrapping paper, it's super cute. And if you need an extra kid activity, there's one thing. If you like paper, here's a little thing. And because this is my second time doing this video, because the first time really bombed, I already had it on my little pink box here. Let me know if you want to learn how to pleat paper. I'm not really sure who is keen to or enthusiastic about wrapping pleats, but yeah, I can do pleats. In fact, never mind, you don't have to tell me. I'll just do a tutorial coming up later down the road. Anyways, let me know what y'all think, friends, and have a lovely day. Hit like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Take care, be kind.